So we're on, Bertie, would you like to give us the episode number that we're on today?
Episode number 70.
Or 70, as you were saying.
70.
Episode 70, or season 2, episode 18, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're getting up there now to season 2.
Wow,
70 episodes in, lads. I'm proud of us.
Yes.
We've done
Big,
great.
big one today, International Women's Day.
Yes,
Packed
it is.
full of all good things about the women's.
Yeah, we talked about women, powerful women through history and important women through history. Powerful women recently in history.
Yeah.
And we discussed some of the history of International Women's Day.
Yes.
We just spoke about how great they were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Really, the whole episode was dedicated to how great women are.
an hour
Yeah.
of us just talking about brilliant women.
Yeah.
How to make us better.
We had some shocking revelations for the small men out there.
Oh, yeah.
Small in height.
Small
yeah,
in height.
yeah. Small lads.
But big
listen
in
on
personality.
Yeah, you could say that. There's definitely personality traits in there that we talked about as well. And for people who are illegally streaming Sky TV, we've got news for you. Listen in.
Oh,
This one's going to get
people's
serious.
coming for you.
Yeah.
They're coming for you.
Some really good. We finished it off as always with a waffle game, a themed waffle game.
Yes, about facts.
Oh, about what?
Facts.
Vex.
Facts.
Vex.
Vex.
You need to spell that. Go on.
Facts.
Oh, facts. You're from Kerry. Vex.
Facts.
Right.
You might learn something.
We get round to naming this baby.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Who's going to go first this week?
Seventh heaven.
You're really digging in on this. You're going to isolate those lads, I'm telling you. We'll have no United fans left. Who wants them anyway? It doesn't matter.
International Sevens Day.
Okay, so here's my suggestion.
Go.
My suggestion is swimming in women.
Oh, bitches.
Oh.
How might that be interpreted?
I don't know. It's clickbaity.
It's all down to you, John Boy,
It
this
is.
week.
I'm not going too wild with this, and I just think, and I'll say it in the best way possible, in Father Dougal way, women are great.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
There you go.
What about, would you like to take off your bra?
Those women were in the nip.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I like that one. Those women were in the nip.
Oh, we could do it. We could do it.
Hey, we've got to do it.
Where we do it.
Okay, but this is a serious podcast.
So for International Women's Day
no,
podcast.
we can't name it that, can we?
No, we can't.
No, okay. So it's either, what?
Women are great.
Women
We'll
are
just go
great.
with that.
Women are great.
Swimming in women.
Swimming and women doesn't. It sounds like International Men's Day. We've got to go with.
But there was a lot
great.
of women today. We were literally swimming in women. You know?
I don't know, but that's after looping over again,
I
so
know,
you want to
I
make
know.
up your
That
mind.
means we've gone on too long on
I'm
this
getting
one.
worried. Okay, what was your one?
Just seventh heaven.
Absolutely nothing to do with
No,
International Women's
no.
Day.
No, I'm going to rule you out in that one.
Yeah.
So your one is women are great.
Women are great.
Okay.
We're going with it.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
women are
It's
great.
probably the safe bet. We can't go
Yeah.
with the other
Okay.
things. All right. So, episode
70.
70, or season 2, episode 18.
Women are great.
Nice one, John Boy.
Yeah, waffle me this, waffle me that. Thinking all the topics that you could have had. The only game that makes me feel so alive. I'm guessing for 30, it could be only 5. Getting them all would be a superpower. You can get it every week on the JB Waffle Hour. 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 JB Waffle Hour.
I love that song. It is a good song. It is a good.
It
It
just
is
wouldn't
one.
be the same if you didn't say it.
Who's the singer? Who sings
I
that?
don't know that guy.
Maybe it's an unknown fact that we've never actually spoke about who sang that song.
I
Yeah.
believe it was a
The
mixture
man from
of
Van Halen, no?
someone who looked like Johnny Depp,
Yeah.
sounded
Who wanted to look like Johnny Depp? Yeah.
sounded like Brad Pitt's muscles,
Right.
and
wow.
The squelching.
yeah, and looked like Chris Hemsworth.
Oh yeah.
Sarms.
I believe.
That is. Put it all in the blender.
Yeah, and that's who sang that song, basically.
Legendary.
Basically.
Oh,
So there you go.
Yeah.
good.
Bertie,
Yes.
you've got something to do, I believe.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Bertie.
What's the story? We are back for episode 70. Before we get into it, right? 70. That has a nice ring to it. 70. And 7 is quite a nice number. I do like 7. I get up at 7 a.m.
Where's he going? Where's he going with this?
7 p.m. is quite nice. There used to be a show called Seventh Heaven. I think there was a film called 7.
I know where he's going
You know?
with this.
There's a movie called
And
7.
it just so happens that this week is episode 70. So
Right.
that is 70. And maybe a 7 and a dash and
What
a 0.
is happening?
You know? That's just numbers.
Would you
just
stop
7.
isolating our Man United fans,
Oh.
please? We
7 up.
We can't afford to lose
nice
anyone.
fizzy lemonade.
I'm not the sports person. It took me a long time to get what you're.
You're wearing the top.
Yeah.
So, as you know, it is episode 70.
Dear Lord.
I hope you all enjoyed episode 69. It wasn't meant to be Croatia Celts, but it ended up being Croatia
It
Celts.
wasn't. Sorry, Matt O'Brien. Oops.
Yeah, we chatted to the longest serving members of a GA club, Croatia Celts, Ed and Patrick, who was telling us all the crack out
Good
there
fun,
in
good
Croatia
fun.
about the GA.
Two good lads.
Two
Yes,
good lads,
legends,
yeah. Good
lads.
chat, yeah. And we had our shell bomb about oranges.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I never lived that down. That was amazing. I told everybody in work.
Did you?
No.
And as always, you good folks out there, make sure to like, rate, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. Hopefully, United fans are back in the land of the living by today, Wednesday, after the weekend.
We'll get on to our topic. Well, I'm not going to say what day it is today, but
Yes.
do you ever go through your week and you hear stuff and you're like, oh, I must use that as a shell bomb in the podcast,
Oh yeah.
and then by the time it gets around to
Yeah.
the podcast, you've forgotten
It's
what
gone.
it was.
It's gone.
Yeah.
That happens to me a few times.
Yeah.
Did you remember this time though?
No, I forgot.
Oh, okay.
All
So I
right.
had to go looking something up, but it was really interesting. Just
Yeah?
so you know.
I hope you
Oh.
remember it.
Yeah, it's not going to come back to me.
Okay.
No, there's too much going on.
Coming back to me.
Well, like, how was your weekend, Spice?
Well,
you want-
I done several things.
Oh, right.
Yes, several.
Stop it. Stop it. Leave them alone. They're
Did you do 0 things, John? And
I
I done
did.
7 things?
I'm,
my
Is
God.
that what
I'm the
happened?
0. I'm the 0 next to the 7, which is together. It's like a.
They're going
7,
through hell. Would you
7,
leave them
0.
alone? The poor lads.
Anyway, league football started off at the weekend. Boards Mill played on Matneys. We didn't win. We won't talk about that.
Oh.
Back down in Offaly then on Sunday morning. Was an Offaly Friday night.
How'd the Offaly ladies
Went to
get on?
Scanlon's on the way home for lunch.
Lovely. Good spot.
Yeah, it was €70.
Oh, for what?
You're such an asshole.
Oh, God damn it!
This is going to be a whole podcast of him. He's basically the Count from Sesame Street. 7.
I feel he's going to tell a big long story that'll be absolutely pointless and have 70 at the end of it.
No, it was 30 something euro. It was really nice. Do you ever get like a lunch that is just like solid?
Yeah.
There's no frills. No, there was spuds. There was 3 slices of turkey. There was broccoli. There was carrots. There was gravy. Spot on.
You would drive me mad to live with.
Why?
You're very precise about things. I'd imagine if you went into a place and you got a just okay lunch, that you wouldn't hear the end of it for about a week.
What would
Oh, no,
happen
just
if you had
review it,
cooked
like-
a whole Sunday dinner and went to the cupboard and there was no gravy? What would you do?
Should be alright. Like,
What?
yeah.
Okay.
Gravy
well
isn't the be all and end all.
Of course
I
it
think-
is. So dry chicken.
What if you got,
No,
right?
you,
Say,
you can get like other sauces and
now, Scanlon's was
some,
perfect at the weekend, right? What if you went into Scanlon's and you got yourself a turkey dinner, and underneath the turkey there was no stuffing? It was just turkey, maybe a little bit of ham, some spuds.
No, it was just turkey. It wasn't turkey and ham. It was just turkey.
Right, okay, fine. But there was no stuffing involved in the scenario. Would you give out?
I don't eat the stuffing.
I'm a bit biased too.
You need stuffing
I
anyway?
specifically
No,
asked for no stuffing.
What?
Yeah.
I like a specific type
Shell bomb.
of stuffing.
Yeah.
No stuffing.
No stuffing.
Do you
What?
dislike stuffing as well?
No, I just like a particular kind of stuffing.
All right.
I just
thought
like the taste
knew
of
you
ham and turkey. Why would
Because
you
the
ruin
pork
it with
stuffing.
stuffing?
So no, some places put in like herbs and spices and things. And
Yes,
just
sir.
ruins it. I like my mum
What do you want?
stuffing.
You want breadcrumbs, basically.
Breadcrumbs, butter, and onions.
Give me a slice of bread, please, with that underneath the
Tastes
turkey.
like Christmas.
And you're no stuffing at all.
No stuffing whatsoever.
I can't even look at you the same way.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I just don't like to taste it. I just like to taste my ham and turkey. Why? It's like, I don't know. I can't even compare it to anything. It's like, don't do it. Like, why would you do it? Like, what's pointless?
Sitting across from you has really just put me off completely.
Oh, Jesus. I've never seen you look at me like
Do
that.
you know what was actually missing though? Was an out roasty. If there was a roasty on there, now that would have tied
Mm.
everything in quite nicely.
It depends on the roasty, though. It's very important.
Now
how
I
you
know
cook
obviously I
roasties.
had 2 scoops of mash, which is also potato. I realize
you
that.
can have both,
But,
though.
yeah, you want a roasty.
Nice roasty, crispy roasty.
Yeah, oh yeah, that
lovely.
would have
Honey roasted ones.
So
Beautiful.
Scandals, if you're listening, put a roasty on it.
So you were a busy lad.
You're doing a bit like.
John Boy, what did you get up to? Was there a bit of DIY in your
I'm
past?
doing DIY now every weekend now. What I did was I got the greenhouse ready. Got the greenhouse prepped for a bit of greenhouse work.
Right.
So and I had a load of scrap wood and stuff like that. So I made like a pottering table, and I also made a big long planter box. So I'm going to plant some spuds and carrots and stuff.
What would it be,
like
about 7 foot long?
6 foot long, about the size of a coffin.
Bertie.
I'm gonna get the word 7 in so many times this podcast. I know I'll stop now.
Yeah.
What did you make it? Was it sleepers you made it out of, or what?
No,
was it?
just 5x2 timber.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so
Where'd you get timber?
about 6 foot long and 2 foot wide.
Very nice.
I got the timber. We renovated a big the warehouse and work there with steel. We took out the wooden columns that were supporting the mezzanine and put in.
So
steel
you
columns.
upcycled it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was being thrown out or burnt otherwise, so I took it home with the golf.
Oh, fair play.
Good man. Fair play
Yeah,
to you.
so
That's a nice solid weekend, isn't it?
Good weekend done now. Yeah, happy with that.
Fair play.
I went into the hardware, did some manly stuff, talked to people. Actually, good time to say hello to one of our listeners who met me at the counter and said, "Oh, listen to the podcast." Fran, thanks a lot for listening.
Bye, friend.
He's no doubt he's a fireman and he's on the way up to work as we speak. So,
Ooh.
yeah,
Very good. That's a
legendary guy.
That's a tough old job, that isn't it? They're heroes, those lads.
They are different. You need different set of brains or different set of head to be able to
They're
handle
looking for
what
ones
they
in
see.
trim. So if there's anybody out there who wants to be a firefighter,
Tough job now. Tough job. It's not
There's-
just putting out fires, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. I see the lads. I know one of the lads that works in the one in Navan here. The lads hang out at Chekhov's across the road. They can never be away more than a few minutes away from the
5 kilometers, is it?
yeah, something like that. They have to be within the radius.
All right.
So you'll see them sitting down there in the window, like having breakfast every morning or in there at
Jesus.
lunch, and they're just waiting for something to,
They got the beeper.
happen. Yeah, absolutely insane.
When I was in
Yeah,
college, there was
you're
a
married to that.
firefighter in college, and like sometimes in the middle class, he just has to go up and gone.
Mad.
Yeah.
And you're saying there's a spot in.
Yeah,
Trim?
I seen it advertised. They're looking for firefighters in trim. Yeah,
All right. Okay.
firefighters, I believe, rather than firemen, isn't it?
All right.
I like Chicago Fire. That's a good TV show. That's based around a firehouse.
All right.
Yeah, Firehouse 51.
Oh.
Good show.
My weekend was football based. All of the football is now back. Underage football is back. The MDL was alive with the sound of kids playing underage football on Saturday morning. The cages were.
It's all kicking off.
It's all kicked off. The
Yeah.
under 14s were back as well, and the under 13s are back.
Adults back as well.
When did that start? Oh, yeah, seniors are
Last
back.
weekend.
Yeah. So it's good. We're going to be flat out now for just weeks and weeks and weeks. So police have issued a warning to people who have illegally streamed Sky TV to access the broadcaster's premium content, and they're saying it's they're paying towards a form of organised crime. This is particularly in the UK. There's pretty serious penalties. There is the service is believed to had an estimated 500,000 users. This is like an illegal service that people are using, like a dodgy box. or
Yeah, I
whatever.
think it's probably in Ireland too, but whatever happens in England usually swings across our way.
Tis in
eventually.
Ireland.
Oh,
I know it's in
Tis-
Ireland. I know.
tis
you
right.
know,
Tis
yeah.
Someone now,
Wink, wink.
I get my services legally,
Right.
the way all good grown 37-year-old men do.
Mm-hmm.
My dad pays for it, and then I use part of his
Legend.
subscription. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but have you ever partaken in something like that? And do you imagine that you would be shocked if, say, the police broke down your door and were like,
Well, I've Sky Sports.
legally?
Yeah. I pay my Sky subscription monthly.
Do you pay the old TV license?
€134.
Jeez, that's insane.
Sorry, €134 a month.
Yes.
That's
Christ
madness.
almighty. What do you, is that all the sports and movies and everything? Like
No, all the sports.
just sports?
Just the sports.
But I have 2 boxes, so I have multi-room view on it as well.
So to
Right.
watch, what's that per year? Like 1,200, 1,300.
Yeah, but
You
like,
pay 1,300 a year to watch sports.
yeah, okay. So Liverpool probably play every weekend. There's probably a game on every weekend. You go to a pub, you might have 5 pints, 5 fives, 25 a week. 4 25s is probably £100 a month.
How much is it to fly to Liverpool?
Yeah.
What's a ticket to Liverpool?
I was thinking about going to the Wolves game on the 1st of March.
Oh,
It
cancelled then,
was,
it? Oh, that was the replay.
Yeah. Well, no, it was the one that was cancelled because that old biddy died.
Yeah.
It was 29.99 to go over and 174.99 to come home. And then, of
Just
course,
fucking stay there.
the tickets were €249.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tip now, in fairness.
100 how much?
€149.
Jeez,
Now,
that's
there were
insane.
hospitality in the Kenny Dalglish stand.
It's worth
as
it to
well,
do
so
it once a year.
There was a
to go
dinner
over and do it.
involved
It
in that
really
as well.
is.
Interesting.
yeah,
I might know a guy that has a dodgy box,
Right.
and I can watch all the sports, all the Liverpool games for free.
No way.
Oh no, the guy I know watches all the Liverpool games for free.
Well, like, I know it's dear, right? But the way I justified it was that, like, that's my pint money.
Right.
€134 a month. And I have in
Yeah.
both things, and I have all the... And I watch any games that are basically on at the weekend when I'm not doing anything
You're
anyway.
dead right, Bert. You keep on doing that. Don't let anybody change that.
You do it, Bertie.
Mm.
Yeah, you have Sky in every room in your goddamn house, and
Yeah.
you don't explain to nobody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the more Sky boxes you have, the more pints you pretend that you would have
Yeah.
drank in the first
That's
place.
it, exactly.
Keep that chin up.
Yeah.
Keep the pints coming. Right. It turns out, well, we touch on this quite a lot. There's two things that tend to come up in our news quite regularly. This is one of those two things.
Oh.
It turns out that small man syndrome might really be a thing. A new study has found that shorter people are more likely to be psychopaths.
Smaller
Oh.
people.
Smaller people.
And are
like
they bald
Napoleon.
as well?
Small, balding men.
Oh.
But small men in particular. The study, which was published... has
What's
published
small now, like 5'1"?
you're under 5'4", I'd say, is small man syndrome. I'm saying that because I'm probably barely 5'6", I'd say.
Oh, I'm 5'8".
Barely.
think I'm
Oh, are you 5'8"?
Yeah.
I'm 5'8"
I'm
too,
probably
yeah.
about 5'7" then.
The nurse measured me once and she told me I was 5'9".
All right.
Mm.
From head to toe or the other way?
Do you have your shoes on?
No, I was underneath the thing. It was for the heart test thing.
Mm.
No way.
The
All right,
measuring.
good man. Getting that done. You have to get that
Yeah.
done. That's important, getting that tested.
That's it.
I didn't get it
Yeah.
tested. What am I missing out on?
Get your heart checked, man.
Yeah.
Where do I do that?
In the heart check place.
Go to the
Right.
doctor.
I went into the GP once and I went, I want to get all tested. He laughed. He goes, what's wrong with you? And I said, nothing's wrong with me. I want to check if something's wrong with me. And he said, oh, one of your friends must have got sick. I said, no, it didn't. I want to just get checked out. I brought my car for a service last week. I want to look at a service.
Were you actually in the garage asking for this?
He wasn't even a doctor.
I brought
but
my car here last week and you checked that
Yeah.
fine. I want to be checked.
stick that wire in me right now.
Plug me in. Put those jump leads, please.
It got wild.
That's amazing that the doctor said that.
He
to you.
actually, oh no, I'll never forget it. He actually laughed as if like,
Well, there are, I suppose,
I have
certain
lots
things
of sick people in here and
you
you're
should-
fine.
You
Like.
don't need
Local?
to check for when you're certain ages, and in certain ages you have to check for things, I suppose.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of doctors are like that. They like, if you look fine, you're fine. Like, I think I went in with my son once, and
Yeah, he's a boy. Off you go.
and yeah, but I was like, he has a stomach ache and he keeps on. And your man was like, is he eating? Doctor was like, is he eating? Yeah. Is he drinking? Yeah. Is he crying at night?
Pooping.
You know, he sleeps like a baby. Don't bother him. And then he's fine. I said, but I want you to check him out. Like, no, he's fine if he's all good. I'm like, okay, grand. You're a psychopath as well, or whatever.
Yeah, was he under 5'4", this lad?
Don't know.
Well, if he was,
He never got up.
he would have. The dark triad personality trait apparently is the psychopath trait that you have to watch out for.
Jesus.
So it includes lack of remorse, an inflated sense of self-importance, and narcissistic tendencies.
And are these like, are they capable of killing people and going serial killing?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Psychopaths.
Shit.
The study conducted on 367 people using crowdsourcing website Amazon Mechanical Turk. Don't never heard of it before. And it's hoped that the findings will lead to more research. It's interesting and slightly worrying because I would be on the smaller side myself.
Hey, you're not too far away from us now.
Not too far. I was about to say you're not too far away from a psychopath yourself. And that's all my news.
Well, hey.
How tall was Napoleon?
Napoleon Dynamite or Bonaparte?
Bonaparte.
He was
Yours might be very
different.
small,
There's
wasn't he?
different things.
He was he was tiny.
I heard 4'9". I've heard 5'2", and then I've heard he was like 5'8", like normal. So
Oh.
different stories.
That's worrying.
Today is
International Women's Day.
Yes.
Insert crowd cheering.
But we're staying away from the mummies. We're keeping that one.
We're not talking about mammies.
Well, okay, can we just, before we start, because it's International Women's Day, we all came from a woman.
Yeah.
We did.
They would be our mammies. Quick little shout out to the mums.
Yeah.
Shout out to mammy.
Hi,
But
Shara.
they're getting
Well
there
done.
there, and we'll talk about that later on.
Right, okay. Yeah, there's
For
something else
Mammy's
coming
Day.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
For Mother's Day.
Yeah.
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 So we'll try not to go down too far down
But
that
we
way.
appreciate the mammies.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course,
absolutely.
Of course.
Without them, we would not be here
Wouldn't
doing
be
this
alive.
wonderful
This-
podcast.
This is more about the rest of the women in the world
yeah,
that
yeah,
aren't
yeah.
our mummies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's International Women's Day.
Mm.
Bertie, your research included what today?
This year, the theme for the UN International Women's Day is Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality.
Right, okay.
So I didn't know Women's Day had a theme.
Right.
Did not know that. And it says, how did International Women's Day start? When 15,000 women marched through New York City calling for shorter hours, higher pay, and the opportunity to vote in 1908. The seeds of it were sowed. The first National Women's Day was proclaimed by the Socialist Party of America a year later, which would be 1909. Communist activist, once again, as is every week, I have not pre-read this.
Yeah, words.
This could be anything.
Lovely.
The communist activist and supporter of women's rights named Clara Zetkin came up with the concept to make the day a worldwide holiday. In 1910, she made the suggestion at a conference for working women in Copenhagen. There were 100 women present from 17 different nations, and they all unanimously endorsed her proposition. There you go.
Lovely. Lovely.
It also has colours.
As a gender, now this is not to. Let's preface this by saying we're not going to go white knighting our way through this podcast and putting down men and all that type of stuff. But to say as a gender, we've had things kind of our own way for a little while. Like, things have been good for the lads.
Yeah.
For a good long time, and
It still is. Technically,
it very much still is.
Yeah,
There's
it
a lot
is.
of it. You see it everywhere.
Yeah.
So things aren't completely great for the ladies
Getting there, hopefully.
in a lot of places just yet. But in saying that, it's good to see that it's starting to turn in certain areas, right?
Yeah.
But there has been pretty profound women throughout history. Can I bring you through some of the women in history?
I think we'll keep it light. We won't go into too much of the
Don't profound it too
hardcore
much.
stuff. Yeah.
All right, okay. So some of the great women through history. Let me know if you've heard of some of these ladies. A woman called Marie Curie. Have you ever heard of Marie Curie?
Mary, yeah.
You know Marie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's from down Kilmesset.
Yeah. I know her cousin.
Marie Curie was a Polish and French physicist, for anyone who doesn't know this, and chemist who conducted pioneering research on radioactivity. Yeah. She remembered for discovering radium and polonium. Look at that. And also for her contributions in finding a treatment for cancer. So Marie Curie was unbelievably important to health in general. Then what else have I got? Let me see. Oh, I've lost that one there. Oh, another important one. Now, for a young lady, this girl was quite profound. I don't know if you've read her diary at all.
Oh.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Anne.
One of the listen to this from a girl of her age. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Like she was only
phenomenal?
13, wasn't she, or something like that?
12, I believe.
12. Like
We'd have to
that's-
Google that.
Her diary was insane for a 12-year-old. Like I know 12-year-olds, and like all they do is on their games. Like
It's a different world. They were
obviously
living.
matured a lot earlier because of the troubles and I
Yeah.
don't know, but incredible.
To think what that little girl went through, survived, and
Mm.
how she wrote, how elegant she was when she was writing, is just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, some girl.
So just the Diary of Anne Frank is one of the most honest, powerful, and poignant accounts of World War II, and was written by a German teenage girl. The Franks were a Jewish family living in Germany, then Austria, and throughout Hitler's rise to power during the next World War. The family hid in a secret annex with the 4 other people throughout the war, and were discovered and sent to concentration camps in 1944. But yeah, some of the passages from that are just chilling. I can't imagine nowadays. So we have daughters. I was about to go. We have daughters. We
That
have
you know of.
we have daughters. Mine is 12, going 13, and I can't imagine her in a
What's her
situation.
diary like?
It's not like that. It's more.
My iPhone got taken away.
Yeah, little mix. My dad won't let me have Snapchat. Nothing about trying to survive a world war.
No.
Absolutely unbelievable. What a brave little young lady.
Incredible.
Another Rosa Parks. You ever heard of Rosa Parks?
I heard of her, but you'll have to remind me of what she did again.
Okay, so Rosa Parks was on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama in 1955 when the bus driver asked her to stand up and give her seat to a white man. Parks, a black seamstress, refused, and in doing so sparked an entire civil rights movement in America. Born in 1913, Parks moved to Alabama at the age of 11 and attended laboratory school until she had to leave in 11th grade to care for her ill grandmother. So she basically sparked off a whole revolution. It changed society in America forever. I mean, they were still a hell of a long way away at that stage, but to even stand up in that time, and as a woman as well, is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
There's a few others, but I'll just give a little honourable mention before I move on to Vicky Phelan. You know Vicky Phelan?
Vicky, yeah.
Like what she went through in more recent times, an absolute hero.
Yeah.
To stand up when it probably would have been easier to just kind of do nothing,
stay home, rest,
take money, and not stand up for the right of women everywhere.
Yeah.
So another absolute hero.
Yeah.
There's many more. We could go on for fucking hours about it. But have you got any more facts about the women's?
Yeah, the colour purple stands for honour and justice. It also has so that's purple, and then green is also included in there. Green represents optimism, and then there's white. White is said to symbolise purity. Yet this idea is debatable, apparently. The Women's Social and Political Union in the UK created colours in 1908. So they claim.
Right.
There you go. Will we go on? Why is... Oh, sorry.
I did a bit of research on
excellent.
current successful women. And it was kind of like... went down kind of like a rabbit hole of there's so many successful women out there, and they're all self-made millionaires and everything. But then there's like a differential one where the most powerful women, and that's a whole other category where yes, you're successful, but the powerful women are also fairly impressive because let's say Greta Thunberg, powerful, because she has such an influence on people. She's not a millionaire, but the passion she put into the environment and stuff like that. Another, let's say Oprah Winfrey, she's obviously successful. She's probably one of the richest women in the world at the moment. Camilla Harris, all these people. Yeah. But then I kind of just wanted to look at other people that were not super rich or anything like that, but one person that should be really credited, Ursula von der Leyen, from the European president. She brought Europe through a COVID outbreak. She's brought connected Europe all together, and now she's bringing Europe through a war in Ukraine, and she got everybody together. That's 450 million people she's guiding and leading, and that's an incredible weight on her shoulders, but she's done an incredible job of it. So she's some woman. I
can't imagine any of us would be able to manage a crisis, not only for a country, but for an entire continent.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. It's madness.
It's hard enough for a football team.
They're the ones that should be... obviously, you can go down the route of Taylor Swift. She's obviously absolutely amazing in what she's done. And Rihanna, all these people, they're successful. Yeah. But then there's this girl, you might have heard of her as well, that she was honoured. But they haven't honoured... I think it was the Forbes Top 100. She was listed, and it's the first time I think they've ever honoured a girl who is not alive.
All right.
And the girl that I'm talking about is because the name, I always struggle with the name.
Okay.
Masha Amini. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
She's the girl from Iran that was. I don't think she's from Iran. She's actually from Turkestan or something like that. She was only visiting her brother in that city, but basically her hijab was on wrong, and she got arrested. Then mysteriously died in custody. But basically Iran has a law that women are treated as second-class citizens. It's literally in law. It's not like they just don't like women. It's literally a law that they're treated second-class citizens. And there was uprisings obviously in 1979. A lot of women went out and protested. 2006 again, but then there's always been a kind of battle, women battling for their rights in Iran, and then this one here, where unfortunately she had to pass away for it to be really real uprising.
Yeah.
And this time it's different because the men now are getting behind as well, because the men are the only ones that are listened to in Iran, and it's different this time because they're getting behind the women, and it's a lot more listened to this time. And so it's gone worldwide now. So there's just a big fight for women's rights.
Yeah.
Because of this girl that's unfortunately had to lose her life to get it.
That's a long time coming in that part of the world. Women not allowed drive.
Yeah.
There was an interesting thing about when Ronaldo went to Saudi Arabia. Is that where he is? Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
That himself and his girlfriend aren't married.
Yeah.
They've got kids and stuff, but they aren't married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there was going to be a thing where she wasn't going to be allowed to live in the house with them
Because they weren't married.
because they weren't married over there. But they made an exception. It's amazing.
Ronaldo.
It's amazing what
Right.
money can do, isn't it?
Yeah.
The other thing that's quite important that's coming up, and for Ireland, I know there's a lot of nations involved in it, but for Ireland in particular, is the Women's World Cup.
Yes.
So we got that pretty damn soon.
Amber Barrow was on the late last Friday.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Maynooth University graduate.
All right.
Yep. She's on scholarship, so she was there.
One of yours. Has she ever been through the gym?
She's been in the gym, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good girl, good player, and she obviously scored the goal, the all-important goal,
Yeah.
which is up there with the Shane Long goal against Germany,
Oh, very good.
Robbie Keane goal against Germany,
Yeah. It's
Jason McAteer against the Netherlands.
it's more and more in the. Do you know what I've noticed as well is that the League of Ireland, the Women's League of Ireland, is on the TV a lot more. There's a lot more coverage in the news about it.
They're doing a cross-border cup now or something, aren't they? 11 League of Ireland teams and 5 from the Northern Ireland League. They're doing some cup with that.
So
That'd be
again, good to see. And
Yeah.
you notice that the quality of women's football is rising and rising
yeah.
and rising and rising.
And they're getting professional contracts now in it as well, like.
In the League of Ireland?
Yeah, the Ladies League of Ireland. Yeah. I'm not sure what it's called.
What would be a professional contract in a League of Ireland?
That's a good question. Now, not sure, because I know the lads. Some of them are only like weekly, like €300 or €400. They have other jobs as well. Then some are actual, like I think a lot of the Dundalk might be like full-time professionals. Maybe would it be 1,200, $2,000 a week? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible.
Still good money.
Definitely.
Free pass to Ridley's nightclub and central vouchers.
Little badge to get into coppers.
I think you can live in the student accommodation up in Dundalk if you want. But yeah, big year for us. Ireland haven't been near a World Cup. Not a sniff of a World Cup since
And
2002.
I hope enough get up to watch it the same way as it would
they
be
will.
if it's lads, like, you know.
Absolutely. What's kickoff times are early morning, are they?
Well, it's Australia, yeah.
So we're
We're in Australia's group as well, so we're in the first game.
Yes.
That's kicking off the whole thing.
What
against
day is it on?
Australia.
What day is it on again?
I'm not sure on the date.
what's the date is?
I must get it up and get we will watch it with the daughter.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What age is your daughter?
She's 8 next month. This month she's 8. The end
So
of this
she's
month.
7 at the moment, is she?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do
7, not 0.
There's a team in that boy now with her name in it. If she wants to play a little bit of soccer.
I drop the hints. I always say to her, look,
Under eights.
what sports do you want to do? And she's like, I don't want to be a sports. I don't want
she come over and
sports.
play in our team. We're always looking for players.
Oh no, she's going to have to be a GA player anyway, because
All right.
Dundalky, like.
Never mind that. Come over to that boy. Come on.
I won't be accepted into the village. I won't be accepted by the
Never
clan.
mind that village. Come over to that boy. That boy's
they'll
way
have
better.
pitchfork.
Come over to that boy. We've got Tim Lodges.
If they hear she's playing soccer, to be pitchforks outside the house.
Sure, we'll give you pitchforks. Tim Lodges has pitchforks.
Perfect.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
wheelbarrows and for all your DIY
We'll get
needs.
the Darnley, bigger church. Never mind Kildalkey. But yeah, I'm dying for the World Cup. I'm really looking forward to that. That's something I'm looking forward to in the summer. So there you go.
They're a bunch of great players. Couple with Liverpool, Kiernan and Fatty. Fatty is the captain as well. And of course Katie McCabe with Arsenal. I mean, she's different gravy altogether.
Yeah. We have made a vow. I think before we started off the podcast today, we were talking about your face is Winston. What was it we talked about? About some female guests soon.
Yes.
to the podcast. We're gonna up our female
Like
guests.
it wasn't a conscious thing. It was just the things that we were going after. Just turned out to be lads that we were interviewing. So
Yeah.
so hopefully we will adjust the balance over the next couple of months on the podcast with different people coming in,
Absolutely.
whether it's via Zoom or in person.
Yeah.
So if anybody's listening, they know someone that wants to come on.
Yeah, we'll talk about any subject really. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
How is Women's Day celebrated?
You tell me, Bertie.
Several nations observe International Women's Day as a national holiday, including Russia. I thought that would be unlikely. Where flower sales increased by double in the 3 to 4 days preceding March 8. So maybe they don't have Valentine's Day. Would they buy flowers then on March 8 instead?
Maybe.
The Festa della Donna.
Yeah, Festival of Donna, yeah.
Donna. Or International Women's Day observed in Italy by exchanging mimosa blooms. Although the exact beginning of this custom is unknown, it is said to have begun in Rome following World War II. You know? March is recognized as Women's History Month in the US. Every year, a presidential proclamation honors the accomplishments of American women. There you
All right.
go. And sorry, one.
No, I was talking about the Forbes top 100 women. There's an actual. I was scrolling down the list, and there's an Irish lady on it.
All right.
On the Forbes top 100, but she's classed as from the United Kingdom, so it was a bit tricky because I was going because I purposely went, is there any Irish women on the Forbes? But Sinead Gorman, she's the CFO of Shell, of the big, the petroleum company. But she's Irish, like she has Irish accent and everything like that. But all her Wikipedia, everything says that she's UK citizen. She went to Oxford.
Yeah, she could be a UK citizen. Doesn't mean she didn't start in Ireland.
Yeah, I just couldn't find any history to do with Ireland, so I don't know if we can claim her.
With all the usual with the GA and the fine players that the ladies GA have at the moment, and we just talked about the soccer, I went a little bit rogue with just a few maybe off the cuff ones.
Okay.
With athletics. Now this girl is absolutely lethal, right? At running, and she holds many Irish records. She actually holds 6 of them. Now, at the time of writing, obviously, I don't know if they've been bet recently or not, 60 metre indoor, 200 metre out and indoor, 300 metres indoor, and 400 metre out and indoors.
Go on.
Now, I don't know if 400 metres is different inside or not.
No wind.
And her name is... Oh, Jesus.
Do it, go on.
Is it a hard one?
Rashidat?
Yeah.
Adeleke, is
yeah,
it?
good work.
Okay.
She'll probably be listening. So
I thought you were about to say Sonia O'Sullivan.
No, I watched some of her races and
incredible.
unreal.
I know who. Yeah, I've seen this girl actually recently. She's only young, is she?
Yeah, she is. Now there's many other ones, of course, but just because she has a couple of indoor records and stuff,
Yeah, she's savage.
Yeah,
I couldn't be naming them all.
yeah, seen her on the paper or something like that recently. She's incredible. Fair play to her.
There are many fine boxers as well.
Oh yes.
Now we know the obvious ones, Katie Taylor, Kelly Harrington as well, but there's also an Amy Broadhurst and Aoife O'Rourke. There you go. And they won a couple of medals in the European Championships there before Christmas. Then cricket.
What?
The Owl Ladies of Ireland are a bit handy at the old cricket.
Is that what they're called? The Owl Ladies of Ireland.
So we have. I just picked this one out because she started playing when she's very young. So Gabby Lewis is an Irish international cricketer who made her senior debut for the Irish national team. Senior debut in July 2014, aged only 13.
No way.
Hence why I just picked her out. She made her 2020 international debut later in the year, becoming the youngest to play at that level.
She was 13 when she made her debut.
She was.
Now, is that because she's the only person in Ireland that plays cricket?
No, they have a cricket team, Ireland.
Yeah, I know, when you're joking.
They're decent.
Yeah,
then there's Katie Shelton, darts.
All right.
She's fairly good at the old darts.
Now, I've got something to say here.
Okay.
This might not be popular.
Be careful now.
This might not be popular, but I'm going to ask the question rather than actually answering it and giving myself away. But is darts a sport? Or is it a game? Just putting it out there.
Well, it's professional. You earn money out of it.
So?
Okay, I'm trying to think of
So is
comparable.
YouTubing.
Is shooting a sport?
Or is it a game? What constitutes a sport versus a game? Is it the physicality of it?
A game would be a competition of some sort.
It doesn't help that we're looking at each other and neither of us know.
A sport is probably anything that has rules and federation and
just a feedback loop of stupidity back and forth.
It's going to be in the waffle hour later. The waffle game. What is a sport?
That was good. That's good.
Judy Reynolds
Sorry, Bertie.
is an Irish Olympic dressage rider. I love the horses. It's all, they're all
those
fancy
horses.
All
Do you ever see
fancy.
Snoop Dogg talking about dressage horses?
No.
It's class. I'll show you that video.
Let's
It's
check it
brilliant.
She was named the Irish Dressage Rider of the Year 2008, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So she's fairly handy at that now as well.
What was the sport?
Dressage.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Great.
And then fencing. Now this one's a little bit older one, but she seemed to be a bit of a trailblazer.
I need a fence put up at home if she's...
Dorothy Dermody was an Irish fencer from County Tip. She competed in the women's individual foil event at the 1948 Summer Olympics.
Jesus, how many fences did she lay a day?
Tell you. When she died at the age of 102, Ireland's oldest living Olympian and the oldest living Olympic
Should do
fencer
an
in the
acre in
world.
10 minutes. An acre in
Would
10
you?
minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
How many meters is that?
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry. What was her name again?
The poor woman,
Sorry.
Dorothy Dermody.
Darty. I'm really sorry. I
The
apologise.
opportunity for a joke was there.
It was right
Had
there.
to be taken.
Look, we're men at the end of the day. We're
Well,
back in
I don't... Like,
Egypt.
that joke is... that she's obviously heard that joke before.
Oh,
about-
she's
about
no doubt she's
fencing, like-
sick of it.
Oh, Lord,
Imagine
there
being in
they
the
go.
pub. Yeah, I'm a fencer.
Would you come down to my fence, huh?
Do you lay pipe?
Jesus Christ. We've not grown up.
Oh God, bit of editing going on there, lads.
So just to let you know, so from 1918, with the United Kingdom, or with it says there the rest of the United Kingdom, women in Ireland could vote at the age of 30. With property, what's that say? With property qualifications, or in university constituencies, while men could vote at the age of 21 with no qualifications. From separation in 1922, the Irish Free State gave equal voting rights to men and women. Go on, Ireland! So yeah, under the rule of the United Kingdom, women had to be 30. You had to have property qualifications, or in university in some manner. A whole load of fences put up there in front of them for trying to vote, and then Ireland swooped in and was like, "Nope, it's a free state.
Yeah.
You can all vote.
We
Free
love our
state.
women.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Go on, Ireland."
It's that time, you know the name. It's the reason we all came. Find the words that are the same. It's that time to play the waffle game.
I'm presuming you've got some sort of a women's themed waffle game.
Yes, it's going to be a team event tonight.
Excellent. Like
So you can work together to see if you come up with the
team.
answers.
I thought you said themed. Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit both.
Excellent.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
So we have 10 questions.
Excellent.
Okay.
All Women's Day based.
Lovely.
So starting with the first question, I have to make sure because you're both on both sides of me.
Wait, can I? How am I going to whisper to him? I'll whisper to the mic.
Okay.
Okay.
Eye contact. Eye contact.
Which country was the first to give women the right to vote, and in which year?
Ireland.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. What do you reckon?
I'm thinking maybe it might be America.
You reckon? I think so. Because it's big. Okay, let's go with that.
Okay. We're gonna say America because it's big.
You're incorrect. It was New Zealand in 1893.
I technically knew that because it's small.
Therefore, yeah,
Fair
it
play
was
to
the
Kiwis.
opposite of what we
Yeah,
were
it
thinking.
was
We were on
the
the right
opposite,
path there. Okay, sorry. Right.
Which British author wrote A Vindication of the Rights of Women in 1790?
Oh dear.
I think I know this one.
This is more this is more for information for people listening rather than actual questions.
What year? 17 what?
1790.
Oh, it doesn't help.
I think her name might be Julia.
It's quite a common name.
A common name.
Yeah.
Mary.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it. Give us some sort of a clue as to the surname. Come on.
What's the first letter of the surname? And we guarantee you'll get it.
W.
Wozniak.
Why didn't you say Williams or something?
Damn it.
No, it was only the first name that was common.
Oh.
So it's Mary Wollstonecraft.
Oh, you were
Never
close enough.
would've got that.
Wozniak's close enough there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
no,
But imagine being say, okay, give us the first word. It'd be like wolf.
yeah.
Oh, give us the second word. Stone. And then we'd be like, what? That's not a name. What's the last part of it? Wolf.
No, it's not Wolf. It's Wollstonecraft.
Oh.
Wool. Stone.
Wollst.
I wonder what her ancestors did. Isn't that how you get your names, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently so, yeah.
Okay, question number 3.
This is going well.
We only go to 5. What's the name of the youngest ever winner of the Nobel Peace Prize? How old was she at the time, And in which year was he, she,
I
awarded
reckon. I
it?
reckon it's a she.
I'm guessing it's a she.
Yeah.
Um,
What year did she win it?
are you whispering to me or to Bertie?
Oh, to you.
Okay, sorry.
I was pointing at Bertie, but I'm
Oh.
meant to be telling you.
Well, it's a 3-part question, so that is part of the answer. So we're looking for name, age, and year.
Can you put it in a sentence?
Long story short, Bertie, I don't think we know the answer to that one.
Greta Thunberg, 13.
Ooh.
What year?
I just.
Oh,
I
wait,
know
no,
it's-
hold on. What year?
What year?
Let's work this out together.
So see, will you get any of it right?
It wasn't. All right, okay. I thought it was actually
okay, well,
Greta
how
Thunberg.
oh, we're not right so far.
No, you were so hopeful for a second.
How
there.
often is the Nobel Peace Prize? Is it yearly?
I'd say it's every
Every
6
year.
months.
Is it
They
6
throw one
months?
of them out. They're mad for those parties.
It was
Money makers, those lads.
Malala Yousafzai,
Right.
age 17 in 2014, for her work against the suppression of children and young people, and for the right of all children to be educated.
Class.
Mm.
Good
Yeah.
cause. Good
Okay.
cause.
Yeah, well,
Good-
that's
good for-
why
good for her.
it's more facts rather than
Well, we're
I
learning
don't think-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to get any of these, but
No,
yeah.
probably not.
Mm.
No, these are hard.
Which French orator wrote the Declaration of the Rights of Women and the Female Citizen in 1791?
He's asked this question already, but I don't think he's realised that he's asked it already. Okay,
Okay,
so
go.
I can't remember what the answer was.
I'd say her name. It's French name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on the right path.
French ladies' names.
Vivian. Yeah, maybe that's
It
not
looks
French
French.
enough.
Jean is a man's name in French, isn't it?
No, that's Jean.
Jean.
But
Okay.
Jean would probably be a woman's name.
Camille.
Ooh,
Oh, I like that name.
that's
Yeah.
a good one. Will you give us a
Yeah.
point because you like the name?
And no.
Okay. Is her
Um,
second name Zidane?
No.
Oh.
Olympe.
Olymp.
Say it again.
Olympe.
Oh, yeah, Olymp.
That's like a.
Is it?
Olymp.
That is not a French name.
Degouges.
What? Say it again.
De, a separate word.
De. Oh, de.
Gouges.
Ghost. The ghost.
Is it? Yeah, maybe.
Olim de
No, there's no
Ghost.
T at the end.
Oh, we got it. Did we get it?
Oh, yeah.
Class. We got a point there.
Nice.
Olim de Ghost. I
Point.
did that one.
Is that a point each? So 2 points.
Okay,
2 points, yeah.
Question number 5, and you can
Practically
decide whether this is going to be the last one. Now, you should get this because this lady was in Harry Potter. Which famous actress recently started the He for She UN campaign for gender equality? In what year did she launch the campaign?
Well, she played Hermione Granger, and her name is Emma Watson.
Yes.
Yes.
Well done.
Just watched Harry Potter at the weekend.
And
Did
now
you?
Yeah.
I've never watched any.
we've talked
Oh,
about
they're
this
good.
year already.
Oh, there was a year.
Yeah.
What was the question? Could you use it in a sentence?
In what year did Emma Watson start this campaign?
Oh,
We've talked about this year
Well, it would
already.
have been after her Harry Potter, at least after the third Harry Potter. I'd say.
2017.
Oh,
16.
2014.
Oh, I was in my head. It was 2014. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I was meant to say. Actually, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you want?
You should have said decade. We would.
No, we're not going to get any of those. Is there any
Okay.
any cool facts in there that you want to throw out?
What is the pay gap between men and women in Luxembourg to the nearest 5%? That's an easy one.
Is it 5%?
No, to the nearest 5%. So it's not
Is it a
5%.
high number or a low number?
Lower than 5%.
Lower than 5.
Yeah.
But it has to be within 5%.
Yeah.
4.
4.
I'm going to say 3.
Oh, 3.4.
Oh,
So you're
yeah,
both kind of right.
I was closer though.
That was also in
3.4.
2014.
right.
So a lot of things happened in 2014.
That was interesting.
Big changes.
This is really sauntering on, isn't it?
Which country has made having a pay gap between men and women illegal? This is an interesting one. What year did they do this? So it was Iceland on the 1st of January 2018.
All right.
I'd say it was
Yeah.
Iceland.
2013.
And
maybe?
just in case you're ever in a table quiz somewhere and you want to know how many countries are led by women, currently it is 16 countries.
Wow.
out of 100 and what?
Although this might be
79?
out of date because it says United Kingdom and she's not there anymore.
How many? Oh yeah, she's gone. Yeah. How
So-
many countries are there in the world?
193.
93. That was it. I thought it said
So
79.
16 countries out of 193.
There used to be 182. Didn't it?
Oh, they cut a few of those in half.
Yeah. Hmm.
A few old principalities
Mm.
became countries and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting enough there, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Women are great.
They
Just
are great.
Putting it out there.
In
Yeah.
conclusion, We're very grateful for women and all they've done for local society.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, us men have it too handy. I think it's the women they've a hard out life.
Yeah, I was thinking about this.
Especially its monthly thing and
this is going to get serious for a second, but I was actually thinking about this earlier on today.
Yeah.
When I walk outside this evening, if I see a group of women walking towards me, I don't really feel anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
At all.
I know where it's going.
It's fine, it's grand. But you change that to a bunch of even young teenage boys walking towards me. There's an instant fear. Yeah. Now imagine for a second that I couldn't put up a fight and defend myself for a second and realize how privileged...
I'm imagining it, yeah.
Realize... Shut up, you.
I'm there.
Realize how privileged we actually are to be able to do something like that, because women walk up and down, especially like out here at night time, in absolute terror.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of them talk about like having to plan certain ways home and being on the phone the whole time to someone and things
Go
like
in
that.
pairs.
I was always worried about my wife doing. She's walking home from work.
Things we never think about. Like
I've got one or two. I'm gonna kick this off. Just a few little fact. Did you know? I'm getting on the bandwagon here. Did you know that women have a better sense of smell than men? And this is because women have a larger olfactory bulb. Apparently, is what it's called. I didn't know we had bulbs inside it.
Does it go off every now and again?
Sure. Which is responsible for processing smells. So they have a better sense of smell. Women have a stronger immune system than men. They have a higher concentration of immune cells in their blood, which helps them fight off infections and diseases more effectively. And women can see more colours than men. This is because women have more cones in their eyes. Cones in your eyes. Which allows them to distinguish subtle differences in colour.
Is it true that they have better hearing to high-pitched noises because of the babies?
I'm not sure. That's probably a nature thing, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm talking at my arse. And also a higher pain threshold. Apparently women have a higher pain threshold than men overall. So they're,
I think that fluctuates a lot.
I would imagine wild. These are all wild generalizations, in fairness. But
you often see, like, especially when ones are playing football, like, and same with lads, like, certain people to go down and they're not getting back up. They must be, because they wouldn't usually stay down. Yeah. And then others, they go down and they look like they're in pain. Give it a second, just because it might be alright.
He's doing fine. Yeah. All right, go on.
Did you know Ireland played its first game? I'll tell you what it is at the end, right?
Okay.
In 2011, during the 2011 Women's World Ice Hockey Championships.
No way.
There you go.
What?
Ireland had a women's ice hockey team.
Jesus.
It was a tournament held in Sofia in Bulgaria. They competed against Bulgaria, Poland, Spain and Turkey. Their first game of the tournament was against Poland, which they went on to lose
50 million nil because we don't have any ice rinks. What year was that, sorry?
In 2011.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, we had ice rinks at that stage,
yeah. And they lost 23-0, but, that's not the point.
Oh,
which would also be their largest recorded loss. Ireland lost all of their other 3 games of the tournament, finishing last in the group. The following year, Ireland competed in the 2013 Women's World Championship Division 2 Group B qualification tournament against Bulgaria and Turkey. Ireland lost both of their games and failed to qualify for 2014 Women's World Championship. Okay, that's not a happy story. I should have read that.
That's a terrible story.
Is it because they went out in the ice with hurls instead of those hockey sticks?
No, but it's amazing that they actually, like, I never knew Ireland had an ice hockey team.
Well, I mean, we've talked to some lads from Croatia who have a Gaelic team. We've talked to many people in different parts of the world who have different Irish type things. Like,
did you see, I can't remember her name now, it escapes me at the moment, but she was from, I think, Wexford, and she got a grass hockey scholarship.
Right.
To America.
No way.
And she done this one thing where, like, the ball had hopped up, and she basically, like, tapped it on the stick as she was going, and they all just lost their mind.
Yeah, because she learned that, obviously, with
her. She got
awesome.
Camogie player. So, there you go.
Crazy.
Short but sweet one. Girls' brains develop to maturity 2 years before boys do. Boys' brains.
I would well believe that.
Yeah.
That's often said. And you have a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
So you will see that probably more drastically. Although they're different ages, like the boy is younger than your girl. We're not thinking about names.
Yeah.
But Yeah, sure. You know that by being in secondary school.
Basically, yeah.
And I was telling someone a story the other day of, this will tell you that boys' brains mature a lot slower. When I don't know if you remember this, but when in secondary school there was a strike on.
Yeah.
When we were in, I think, Leaving Cert, somewhere around that year. Basically, the teachers wouldn't do the lunchtime. They wouldn't walk around the yard and stuff. They wouldn't do any of the extra things. So there was no after school stuff. So, as worried, concerned students for our rights, we decided we would go and protest outside their schools.
What age were you?
A lot of 16, 17.
Right. Okay.
Somewhere there.
Yeah.
And so we all decided, everyone was going to go protest. The girls' school, they were going to go protest, and we were all going to. So the girls went outside their school to protest, and rightfully so, and stuff like that. And people were beeping them, and great job. All of the boys decided that it was a great idea not to go protesting outside of the boys' school. They all went up to the girls' school to protest also. So there was a big mixture of boys and girls all protesting and blah, 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 blah. Day 2 came by. The girls all were back in school. There was there was a few hundred boys still outside the girls' school protesting that we weren't getting any. Day 3. There was about 5 or 6 boys.
Fair play to them lads.
I was there too. I told my mum about it, and she was like, "Oh, that's your right to go protest." And I was like,
Yeah.
"I just want
I
to
think
see
that was.
some
I
girls."
think that was around third year. I think that was earlier. Than
Was it? It was an exam year, definitely. Yeah.
It wasn't Leaving Cert because we were together in Leaving Cert.
Oh, it was third year then. All right,
Yeah,
okay.
it was,
You remember that though?
Yeah, I remember we didn't in the tech. We were.
Oh right.
We
Swats.
weren't into that now.
I have a Robbie Kennedy story actually.
Oh, excellent.
So me and Robbie, we went to the zoo over the weekend. We did, and anyway, Robbie went up. We were looking at the lions, and Robbie says to the zookeeper, "I want to go in and pet the lion." And the zoo, of course, when Robbie asked the question, the zookeeper went, "Yeah, come on in." So me and Robbie went in, and anyway, Robbie sat down behind the tiger. We sat behind the lion, right? Sat down behind it, put his, and I had to take the picture, right? Robbie put his hand on the lion's leg, right? Then all of a sudden, right? And then the zookeeper went, "Okay, whoa. Right, very slowly get up and back away." So the lion got up and went. Got up.